Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We are resuming our lecture in emotional intelligence. So before we get into the video, do watch the video completely, like, share and subscribe the channel, and also press the bell button to get the instant notification after the video gets released. So in this lecture, we'll be looking at the utilities of emotional intelligence and different methods to develop on the elements of emotional intelligence. So we will be dealing with only these two topics in this lecture. So let's start. First off, starting with the utilities of emotional intelligence in personal life. So conflict resolution, how can it help? Emotional intelligence help in personal life. Emotional EI people can people with the high EI can handle the difficult individuals, groups of people, or tense situations with diplomacy. Like it helps in aiding to find a collaborative solutions for a problem. That is something which can help in the conflicting resolutions. Next one is mental health. See, as civil servant, the mental health is always bit up and down, with filled with emotion, stress. See, proper emotional intelligence will keep us protected against the depression and anxiety, helping us to take proper decisions, decision making. See, researchers here agree that the good decision is a combination of both thinking and feeling in one's decision. That is where the emotional intelligence come into play. If you have low EI, emotional intelligence, you may tend to take decisions based on weird facts rather than proper rational decisions. Next one is motivation. Individuals with high emotional intelligence are always highly motivated and also can navigate through the occasional failures easily without putting themselves in the hard areas. How it helps in the public life? Leadership. Emotional intelligence here enhances the leadership abilities in the public, in a company. It can help in taking effective decision, inspiring and motivating others, and also fostering the collaboration. Like, for example, Mahatma Gandhi empathized with diverse perspective, built consensus, and led with compassion, exhibiting the effective emotional intelligence. That's how Mahatma Gandhi turned into a leader, as we call him the father of the nation. Conflict resolution and negotiation. A strong EI facilitates in resolving conflicts and negotiating effectively the decisions. Like diplomatic negotiations by our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi. See, we all have idea about the Russia and Ukraine war, and it is come to the fact that both the presidents of Russia and Ukraine have been have spoken to Indian Prime Minister, and Indian Prime Minister in turn has asked them to stop the war. This shows the diplomatic negotiation between the two countries or countries, and the importance of India playing a vital role in the global political scenario. That's how happens with proper conflict resolutions and negotiation. Empathy. EI fosters empathy and understanding towards the needs and concerns of the public. Like you understand the public and put their needs first in front of yours. That is something empathy which every civil servant must have. Next one is handling criticism. EI equips individuals with resilience and emotional strength to handle criticism, public scrutiny, and high pressure situations. Yes, it will help us in handling those situations. Now, how will it help in the administration? Effective governance. See, administrators with high emotional intelligence can understand the different needs and sentiments of the Indian population by addressing different concerns of different regions, cultures, and socio-economic groups. Now we can take an example. Shahid Iqbal Chowdhury, who was the district collector of Srinagar, has built around 320 bridges in vulnerable villages in Kashmir, which provided connectivity to thousands of people and school kids, which has drastically brought down the travel distance, and also the lives which are lost due to the flood. This is the effective governance. Emotional intelligence plays here. Cultural sensitivity. See, India being a country which is diverse with multilingual, multi-religious, multicultural, emotional intelligence is very, very need of the moment to promote that inclusivity and bring in the cultural sensitivity in policy making and implementation. Like, for example, C.B. Muthamma, who was the first Indian Foreign Service officer and ambassador, where she faced gender issues and caste issues. But she fought all that and served in different capacities with an extreme energy level, like in different places like Asia, Europe, Africa. That's how cultural sensitivity must be tackled. Community engagement. Emotional intelligence helps administrator to engage in the community, local communities. Understanding the regional and community needs, concerns, and aspirations help the administrator to make the policies for the community and which will benefit the communities in India. Again, an example, yes. Cafe Able initiative, which was started in Thuthukudi of Tamil Nadu by District Collector Sandeep Nanduri. So that cafe was run by differently able individuals, which eventually helped them to boost their confidence, entrepreneurial spirit, and promote the self-reliance among them. See, this shows how the idea of a district collector went into, and how it helped the people, differently abled people, to survive in the society. Public service delivery. Emotional intelligence helps administrating and delivering the public services with empathy and efficiency. See, when we understand the emotional needs of the citizens, administrator can eventually design and implement the service delivery which are responsive, transparent, and citizen centric. See, while the online ecosystem was flooded with apps, Dr. T. Arun, who was the Puducherry district collector, created a first of its kind app which revived 198 water bodies in Puducherry, including ponds, lakes, and 206 kilometers of canal. The app known as Neer Padivu digitizes water bodies with geotagging, unique ID numbers, and GIS on ponds and things along with its latitudes and longitudes. See, this shows how the public service delivery plays a vital role. Now, moving on, looking into the utilities of emotional intelligence, let's move into the different methods to develop on elements of EA. See, we saw in the earlier lecture of Daniel Goleman's elements of EA: self-awareness, self-motivation, self-regulation, empathy, and social skills. But how do you develop that? Let's look into that. Self-awareness, introspection. See, introspection is nothing but examining one's own consciousness, thoughts, feelings, like meditation, writing your diary, etc. Emotional literacy, knowing about different kinds of emotion. Like when you communicate with local people in their regional language, you will eventually get their emotions and understand what they need. Next is metacognition. Introspecting our thinking process, whether our thinking process is rational or objective. Like this is something which can happen through the feedback mechanism or talking to a trusted friend. These things will bring in a major thing about self-awareness. Now what happens with the self-regulation? Engaging one's senses, like listening to music, going to gym, reverse counting. These help in help us to engage our senses into the yoga and meditation, like training the mind to help, which helps in connecting to the inner soul, and energized, balanced diet, avoiding the angry attitude, avoiding people who invalidate us. Those things all keeps us energized and helps us in self-regulation. Now, what do we need for self-motivation? Defining one's goal, be it career goal, fitness target, sustainable development goal for environment, having clear understanding of ideas. Sorry, eliminating the distractions. See, avoiding fake news and incidents, distancing from the fake news or even fanatic social media platforms. That's something how we can eliminate our distractions. Strive for possibilities, looking for opportunities for better career options, balanced opinion, middle path, scientific temperament. These all can help in striving for the new possibilities in our life. And now, how do we develop empathy? Good listener. See, listening to others with patience instead of controlling, commanding, criticizing, or judging them is somewhere we learn ourselves from their point. Role playing, putting yourself in their shoes, will help us think from their perspective. Social outreach, meeting diverse people like students, social workers, politicians, religious people, etc. These all play a vital role in getting different perspective, different ideas, different knowledge about one single topic, and it brings in the development of empathy. Challenging prejudice and stereotype, rational thinking and raising alarm for injustice to anyone and for wrongdoings, like fake news fact checker. That is something which can help us in developing stereotype. Social skills, use of non-verbal communication, postures, proper facial expressions, and eye contact. It helps us the way we present ourselves to others. Using emotion to make decisions. The compassionate approach of bureaucrats while dealing with issues of children and old age people helps us in emotion, which helps us take proper decisions. Respecting others, attitude of honoring the cultures, traditions, and practices of others is somewhere we develop our social skills. Unconditioned regard for the people. It can be made in practice with the value of tolerance and inclusiveness attitude. So that brings the social skills. When we combine all these methods together, a properly emotionally intelligent person strives and gets succeeded in the society, be it in public life or private life. So that's it for today's lecture, guys. Hope you understood the topics which we dealt in particular today. We will post the notes in the Telegram channel as soon as this unit ends. Keep supporting as you always do. Thank you.